Amateurs sit and wait for inspiration. The rest of us just get up and go to work. Stephen King. Throughout history, there are plenty of documents and evidence in general that scheduling and routine was a big part of the life of people that has changed the world in some way. Leonardo da Vinci with his almost unbelievable sleep and work schedule, Benjamin Franklin and his keen reading in his autobiography, contemplating every hour of the day, are only some on this long list of well-known historical figures that found productivity thanks to organizing their tasks ahead. Time scheduling is a great way to maximize your time while prioritizing what you want to get done. In this video, we'll go through the steps of effectively scheduling your tasks and share tips and information to make it as doable as possible. Let's begin with 3 simple steps to have our first time schedule draft. Number 1, write it down. Number 2, prioritize. Number 3, organize. Number 1, write it down. First, make a to-do list with everything you need to get done. If you can add the due date for it, even better. After making your to-do list, work on updating it almost instinctively so you're constantly adding everything you need to do as soon as you know you have to do it. That way, you don't have to worry about forgetting it, and it won't take up much mental space unnecessarily. Just like David Allen, productivity consultant, says, your mind is for having ideas, not holding them. So, let's pretend that so far you have written the essay you have to submit by the end of the month. A chapter of a book you wanted to read for your class on Friday noon, meet with your teammates to organize a presentation you want to go to the gym twice this week, and you have a meeting with a senior team lead for a project review here at Turing College. While you were writing your to-do list, you got a call from your mom asking you to meet sometime this week. You will love to see her, so you accept and write it right away on your to-do list too. If you notice that some tasks feel overwhelming or ambiguous after writing them in your list, try breaking them down into subtasks. This will help you better understand how to accomplish them and make them feel more approachable. This is very related with the many benefits that microproductivity have for us. According to Melissa Gracias, a workplace productivity coach and speaker, breaking tasks down helps us to see large tasks as more approachable and doable, and reduces our propensity to procrastinate or defer tasks because we simply don't know where to begin. In our list, you feel like just saying write the essay will not help you understand what you have to do. So you take it and divide it into different steps. Selecting your bibliography, scanning each reference, making a summary of each you're considering using, making the outline, finishing the first draft, editing grammar, punctuation, tone checking, and submitting. Great! Now you know how you will address the tasks that look the hardest in a way that doesn't feel as overwhelming. Try to think of your goals when making this list to ensure you only write what is essential to get done for them. This will help you avoid overdoing yourself and also optimize your time and energy to get better results and get closer to more goals achieved at once. Let's go back to the subtask list. Maybe you went a bit too far, and instead of a summary, you just need a sentence that reminds you what each reference can contribute to your essay, and just do it with the sources you'll use. Number 2, prioritize. After that, classify them by level of importance and urgency. First, you will want to do the important and urgent tasks. Some people suggest handling the tasks that are urgent but not important next, while others prefer focusing on the tasks that are important but not urgent. This is where the most relevant tip for learning to manage your time comes in. Listen to yourself. What will bring you peace? Try not to put much thought into it. Tip number 2, it is better to have an okay schedule and start doing it than wasting precious time trying to create the absolute perfect schedule. So, let's take all the things with deadlines for this week and immediately put them as important and urgent. It sounds clever also to add the first subtask for your essay as important and urgent, so let's put it there. The meeting with your mom, depending on how crucial you feel it is, will go on important and urgent, or important but not urgent if you feel you can ask her to move it to the following week. The rest of the tasks can go in important but not urgent. And I will put going to the gym as urgent but not important, since it's something you want to do, but it is not the end of the world if it doesn't happen. Number 3, organize. Now that you've prioritized, it is time to organize them in a calendar. Establish how much time each task takes you to be done, and then decide what you will do on what days. Here, you'll have to ask yourself, Am I someone who will be thankful for A. Having everything I have to do and how long it will take reflected in a calendar, or B. Just knowing when I will do what and I'll take it from there? If you're an A type of person, then time blocking might be better for you. In this step, think of an ideal day or week for you and start organizing from there. The trick is to make yourself as excited as possible to get things done. Think at what time of the day you like to wake up and go to sleep. Think of the things you have to do after waking up and before going to sleep and how much time they take from you. Once things like eating breakfast are also set on your calendar, start distributing your important and urgent activities throughout your day and week. Try to leave some contingency time in case something unexpected happens. Consider it when organizing your tasks if you have a consistent daily energy level pattern. Put those that require more discipline and effort in the moments you feel a peak of energy and temptations resistance. Then, go to the part of the day where you have a high level of energy but low temptation resistance. Around that time, schedule those tasks that still need effort and concentration, but you're not that prone to avoid. Lastly, for the lowest energy level part of the day, in which you can be easily tempted to do anything else, you should schedule those things that can even help you relax or work on personal stuff that excites you. So, let's say you're a morning person and don't have any classes on Monday and Wednesday mornings. So on Monday, you could meet with your teammates and select your bibliography on Wednesday morning. Maybe that day after lunch, you still feel energized but can feel the temptation to scroll social media for an hour. Instead, you could take that time to prepare your meeting with the senior team lead since it's a project that excites you, and schedule one of the 2 gym sessions after that. Since going to the gym leaves you energized but not enough to do something mentally demanding, you decide that Wednesday evening might be the best moment to meet for dinner with your mom, so you call her and she agrees. And you finish arranging your tasks while thinking about what works best for you. If you're a type B person, your schedule will be way simpler to organize. You'll have to choose the number of activities you think you can do each day. You can start with 3 if your deadlines are possible and put them on a separate list for each day. This way, you can access what you plan to do that day anytime and choose what to do next depending on how you feel in case your energy levels are pretty unpredictable. In this case, choosing what you'll be doing in the day will probably happen after you wake up and reread your to-do list in the morning, already knowing how you feel energy and concentration-wise. If you feel you're overdoing yourself in any of these 2 cases, you'll have to review your original to-do list and think if there is anything that isn't vitally contributing to your goals. After creating your first draft of a schedule, you must know that one thing is scheduling and another is following it. By now, you may even be excited about creating your schedule. Still, many people end up quitting it, going back to procrastination, and barely surviving on their responsibilities. So let's talk about some ways to avoid that. Number 1, be flexible. Be prepared to be flexible and reorganize. In real life, things usually don't end up as we plan them to, and that's okay. That's why you prepared and have contingency time in your schedule. Don't be surprised if you find yourself rescheduling a lot, even more if you work with a team. Remember that this organization is just a tool. You can manipulate it to work best with your necessities and lifestyle. Number 2, Parkinson's Law. Keep Parkinson's Law in mind when estimating how much time a task will take. Parkinson's Law says it is a commonplace observation that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. It means that if you say that doing your math homework will take a whole day, it probably will. So, if you set a shorter time span for your activities, they'll feel less overwhelming and you'll get them done, or at least most of it, in that time span. Number 3, time awareness. Try to make it easy for you to be aware of the passage of time. Wear a watch and put a clock everywhere in your house. Anything you need to do so you don't let yourself forget that time is passing by. Time awareness will help you not miss your deadlines and what you programmed yourself to do. Number 4, rewards and not so enjoyable tasks. When you're about to do a task and you really would love to be doing something else, make the thing you like to be doing the reward for completing the task. That way, you do what you planned and also will feel better afterward. Just make sure to schedule or be aware of the time your reward will take and try not to make it food so you don't fall into emotional eating. Now, you can also mix up some enjoyable tasks with not so enjoyable ones if they don't need much mind energy to get done. For example, you could listen to the last album of your favorite artist while washing the dishes, or listen to a class you recorded to study while cooking. Number 5. Soothing plays. If the not-so-enjoyable task needs a lot of concentration, meaning you can't do it simultaneously with anything else, find or set yourself a soothing place that makes you feel good and energized enough to start working. Go to your favorite room, sit on your comfiest chair, or go to a public cafeteria or library that will inspire you to be productive by being surrounded by others. Number 6. The 2-minute rule. If none of this works, try the 2-minute rule. Force yourself to work on the tasks for only 2 minutes. More often than not, you will start feeling a working flow and will want to continue after this time has passed. And if you don't, just take a rest and try again after that. Okay, let's recap. Time scheduling can benefit your life and how you manage your time, especially if you have a lot to do, and it is primarily up to you how you organize your responsibilities. A way of making it work is by writing what you must do, prioritizing and organizing it in the time you have available during the day and week. And when the plan feels challenging to follow or real life makes you aware of the unrealistic planning, you must be prepared to move things up and always remember to listen to yourself and what brings you peace of mind when managing your time. Finally, remember that these processes can differ from how they were shown here. You can find your own mix or even new tools to make them fit your needs in the best way possible. It is not about making it perfect, it is about making it work. I hope this video helped you in your productivity journey. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe for content on productivity, data, and so much more. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching.